Hey everyone, this is your friend CK, and we got another one. I'm actually driving now. Don't worry, I'm not touching camera. My hands are on the steering wheel. And today I'm gonna be talking about everything as usual. But I'll come back to Lego. We're gonna talk about investing in 2024, but actually I want to go beyond just 2024, future investing, and even my experience in the past from buying Lego. And I want to chime in because I do have opinions on this topic. Okay, Lego investing. What kind of content do you usually find on Lego investing? You'll find the top 10. Top 10 Lego sets to invest in 2024. Do I think that there's that their lists are not good? Absolutely not. I think that those content creators are very diligent. They're doing their research. Oftentimes, they're quite right if you follow their advice. Would I recommend getting the top 10? If yes, but I would say don't neglect Lego sets that aren't in the top 10. And here's why I say this. I've had the best deals out there with Lego sets. It just happened. I was at a Walmart once, okay, and I just saw this 70% off deal on Lego Overwatch sets, and I picked them up. I didn't even think whether they are in the top 10 or not. I just picked them up, and every time I pick up a Lego set that's 50, 60, 70% off, most of the time you can't go wrong, except for, okay, here are the exceptions. Chima, Unikitty, there's some things that just don't move that well. And I can only talk about them because I bought them and they're kind of hard to move, right? It's personal experience. But if you see a Star Wars or something popular, something that people like, something maybe even low supply, but if it's a great deal, as a seller, you're making your money at the buy. And in 2024, this applies more than ever for this reason. Does Lego still sell now? Yes, it does. When people's mortgage goes up, and this is happening, for those who own homes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When the appraisal district, thinks that you should be paying more property taxes, your escrow goes up. In other words, your mortgage goes up or your rent goes up by $500. What is it that you're going to cut from your life? You're going to probably cut hobbies, or cut back, I should say, even if you don't cut entirely. You're going to simplify your life, and the hobbies are usually the first ones to go. However, if you're cutting back, you're going to start looking for deals more. People are still going to buy Lego. But now, as a seller, you're kind of forced, in an economy like this and with inflation, you might be forced to do 20, 30, 40% off on the platforms you're selling on. So that's why I come back to, it's all about how much you're buying that Lego set for, whether it's in the top 10 or not. Now, let's say you do buy a Lego set in the top 10, but it's only 20% off. Plus, I don't know, rewards and whatever card you're using, 25% off. It's in the top 10. It's a great pick. But is it possible that you might have overlooked some other Lego sets that you could have found if you had decided to go sourcing? I'll make another video on sourcing and how I like to do it. I want to be transparent. I will share my sourcing ideas. I might not share exactly which Walmart I go to. I even said it. There's a Walmart, right? But yeah, that's another topic. Also, something else about investing in 2024. what is your disposable income? Because I see a lot of people in these top tens. You have a lot of sets. You have some of these $300-400 sets. And they're like, yeah, pick up 5 of them, pick up 10 of these, pick up 10 of those. Well, most people, what would you say your disposable income is at the end of the month? $300, $600? It gets quite expensive and very fast. Now, there are individuals, and I want to put this in perspective because there's a huge gap between some individuals and others. For example, if we take someone like, is it Duck Bricks? I don't remember the name, but he has a YouTube channel and he also won season 4 of Lego Masters. You know exactly what I'm talking about if you're a Lego fan. He does startups, okay? He does startups. Did you know that 90% of startups fail? So, which means if your whole deal is doing startups and you're known for that, you have to be educated, and more than likely you have the funds, because if the startup doesn't work out, you'd be able to absorb the cost. And he also has a huge collection. I believe he wanted to set a Guinness World Record for all, the most Lego sets owned. Amazing setup in the basement. I'm sure if you guys aren't familiar, look him up. I think it's Duck Bricks. I'll have to confirm that. Why am I saying this? You have individuals, I'm not sure if he sells Lego. I know he buys a lot. But there are individuals that are millionaires or multimillionaires and can afford that kind of spending. We are currently in inflation. And again, my purpose in this video, at the end of the day, I want to leave you. I want to have a positive spin. But I also want to share what I've learned in the past 5 years of Lego investing. 5 years doesn't seem like a lot, but we did go to quite a few conventions, have over 1,400 sales on Bricklink, have over 3,100 sales on Whatnot. I'm quite familiar with the game at this point. Here's another, I don't want to use the word pitfall, trap. Just be careful with this, especially in the climate we're in now. So, in 2007, 2008, there were people who were ambitious with real estate. There were real estate owners with rental properties who were doing quite well, but all of a sudden, Americans had trouble paying $500 more for their mortgage. If they only had that extra cushion to afford their mortgage, they wouldn't be foreclosed on. So some individuals were over leveraged. They had too many bank loans, and they just couldn't catch up with the payments, and they lost the properties that they owned, and they were foreclosed on all of their properties. And this happened to many Americans. Why am I saying this? Is because another avenue of investing is, I personally haven't found any 0% APR credit cards, but some individuals like to use loans to invest in Lego and then, make their money back and some within a year or 2 years. See, if you buy a retired Lego set and it appreciates in value, you could sell it. If you're buying it as it's retiring, you could sell it within a year, and it can double in value. You can double or triple your ROI. Triple is a little much, but let's say double. See, but what happens if you did that? Hypothetically, if you were to get a loan, let's say you got a loan in 2023, now we're in 2024, you're trying to sell at a lower price, and you're over leveraged because you have 50K in loans or 50K in credit cards, trying to, ambitiously buy a lot of Lego at a low interest rate, hopefully, it can happen even at a high interest rate with credit cards. Buying Lego could be addictive, and I'm here to be your friend. That's why I this is my second video, and I'm saying this is your friend CK because I'm trying to give my feedback um, on ex- based on my experiences, what I've observed, and the time I've had with the Lego community. And there are some pitfalls and traps like that that aren't talked about within the Lego community. So I'm here to talk about it. What else can I say about Lego investing? Okay, some of my personal experiences. I mentioned the Overwatch one. Here's another one. I went to Target once, and in the clearance section they had 4 Sesame Street sets. I knew that Sesame Street was a hot set as far as investing. A lot of Lego investors were looking at that set, but I didn't go shopping for the Sesame Street set. It just happened that it was down to $85. I'm not quite sure what the MSRP is, but I know that's easily $40 to $50 off. So I picked up 4 of them, and then it didn't end there. It was already retiring, and now currently it's easily at $200 plus. So that deal was amazing for me because I went to a convention, and at the convention, someone came up to me on Sunday after the show, and he had this older gentleman, and he had this sealed Series 5 CMF box, which is easily worth $400 or $500. There are some banger minifigures in there. You got the Evil Dwarf, you got the Lizard costume guy, you have the Graduate $40 minifigure. So anyway, he comes up to me with this sealed CMF and asks me, "Hey, would you be open to trade this CMF box for your Sesame Street?" And I was trying to keep a poker face because I was extremely excited. That if I did the quick math in my head, okay, $85, we're making a trade for the Series 5 CMF. That would be $1.50 per bag ish, right? I'm doing quick math. So yeah, we made a trade, and that was one of my best experiences with that was one of my best ROIs. And it kind of happened. Why am I telling this story? Because it kind of happened randomly. I didn't really make a list. I just went out there, looked, and you'd be surprised if you're willing to go out there and look at the deals. And I didn't do this in the beginning. I would sell and then reinvest and reinvest. But the way I was reinvesting is I had like an open wallet kind of deal. 20% off, I'll take that. Now, after a couple of years of experience and the climate that we're in, I'm recognizing that if I could find the 40, 50% off, 60% off deal, that's what I'm looking for. And I'm willing to wait months, put a vice grip on that wallet. It's kind of hard to do in the beginning. At least it was for me. I mean, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. So in a nutshell, for 2024, we know that currently the interest rates are high. Banks are not loaning at good interest rates. Okay, that's why mortgages are more expensive. People are hesitant in buying a house, and if they do, and I have some neighbors that did recently move in, they're paying 6 to 7% in interest on their mortgage. So the climate we're in currently, people don't have as much disposable income, and if you want to continue and survive in this Lego selling game, we don't know when the interest rates are going to go down. We don't know when people will have more disposable income. Typically, the economy is kind of like a roller coaster, goes up and down. And after the 2008 foreclosures, there was a recession, and recession was the perfect time for people who were on the sidelines waiting and pouncing. They were pouncing on these cheap homes, on good deals, I should say. The home itself is not cheap, but you know what I'm trying to say. So I don't know when the low point's gonna be. I don't know if at the end of the year, if Walmart and Target and these big box stores have an overstock of Lego sets, but not enough buyers, they will. The clearance aisles might fill up. So I still am optimistic about selling Lego and continuing in this business and hobby. It just we have to adjust with the times we're in. To summarize, in 2024, the way I'm approaching Lego investing is very conservatively, which I guess it always should be that way, but even more so in 2024. Patiently waiting and seeing and being surprised, really. That element of surprise, when you walk down an aisle and you see a yellow sticker on it. So yeah, this is your friend CK, and that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next.